I am at a loss as to what to do with my wife's request. 54 male and 51 female. My wife and I have been married since 2001 and together since 1999. She is the most intelligent, thoughtful, caring, loyal person I know, and I have always thought of myself as fortunate to have met and married her. She is, even today, aesthetically beautiful, and men have told her this throughout our marriage. She has always shot them down. Earlier this year, she was diagnosed with uterine cancer stage 1 and had a full hysterectomy. I was never concerned about the cancer. It was diagnosed early, dealt with quickly, and she made a full recovery. I took time off work to look after her after the surgery, and all seemed well. There were some to be expected emotional instances on her part, and although I am not an emotional person, we dealt with them together. After her recovery, she was insistent that we start living life to the fullest and took a 10-day trip to Europe, followed by a trip to Belize. We also have a trip to the UK and Spain/Portugal later this year. I am fine with these things. Building memories and crossing bucket list adventures off her/our list. I also understand that these are a result of feeling fragile on her part. She also took up yoga, swimming, and healthy cooking classes. I was fully on board until last week. Last week she came home from work and told me she wanted a hall pass, a one-time opportunity for her to sleep with someone else besides me. She said that since her cancer diagnosis, her outlook on life has changed, and she doesn't want to be handcuffed from doing things she wants to do. She explained that there is this guy at her work that she has always had some attraction to. He is leaving the company and she will never see him again, so this is the perfect opportunity to sleep with someone else. She said that I could say no, of course, but that she would be mad/disappointed at me for an indeterminate amount of time, and that it would be confirmation of my male toxicity and insecurity. I don't consider myself to be toxic, and if not wanting your wife of 20+ years to sleep with someone else is insecure, then I guess I am insecure. I told her that I appreciated her talking to me about this, but approval via coercion is not approval. I also said that I do not appreciate her language in describing my, as of yet, unknown reaction to this very large issue that could affect the rest of our marriage/life. I got up in the morning, and she basically said that she was sorry for putting such a large decision solely on my shoulders, and that to help, she was taking the decision away from me. She booked a hotel near where her coworkers are having a party/send-off for this guy, and she would spend the night there with him, and hoped that I would be here when she got back. That she would answer any questions I have about the night after it happened, but not before. She will not tell me who he is or anything about him, because she knows me too well, and that I will dwell and obsess over him, and that would make it too real for me, which is pretty accurate. Her point of view is that, the less I know the better, which contradicts the offer to tell me anything I want to know after it happened. I think she knows I won't want to know or ask anything, or she simply will not tell me. Part of me thinks, at least she has been honest with me, and she has been through a lot since finding out she had cancer, so maybe I should just let it happen. I certainly have no concept of what she went through, so I cannot dismiss how this affected her mental state/outlook on life. But part of me wants to put my foot down and say this is not going to happen and deal with those consequences when they happen. Her BFF called me callous for even suggesting that I wouldn't let it happen, because I have no idea what she went through. I find it hard to believe that she is okay with the possibility of throwing away 20+ years of marriage over some guy that she has had no relationship with outside of work, and that I should just call her bluff. Maybe she thinks similarly that I won't throw away the marriage because of one encounter. I just don't know what to do. I empathize with her, and then an instant later I am angry with her. Part of me wants to know who this guy is. What does he look like? What has he got that is so enthralling for her? Is he just a safe option? Is he married? Does his wife know? Would I be a callous a-hole for saying no? What can I do besides walking away? This is sad. I tell her this. Let me be clear, you have taken away no decision from me that is mine to make. You are free to decide to abandon your vows on your own. Your willingness to preemptively insult any negative feelings I might have about this is a clear indication that you don't care about anything where I'm concerned. Let's just say that I hear you. My announcements of my own decisions will be forthcoming on my own timetable. Oh, and just so you cannot ever argue to the contrary, you most certainly do not have a hall pass from me. I will consider cheating to be cheating, and more so because this is willful and pre-planned. It's cheating in the first degree. While you may think you get moral credibility for honesty, that's not how that works. You don't get credit for being honest, you just get dinged for being dishonest. Thanks for your input, but I don't think she cares. I think she is so confident in me not going anywhere that she is going to do what she wants. It is up to me to accept it or not, I guess. OP, I am so sorry. Not only is she completely being a hole here, but she's taking you for granted and just expects you to deal with it. She took away your opportunity for input because she knew she wouldn't like the answer. Now I think you need to pack a bag and take some time for yourself. Inform her that she is more than able to choose to do something, and you will take the decision for what happens after, off of her shoulders. I think you offer her divorce or not to do it. Pretty selfish in my opinion, just because she got diagnosed with cancer. If, like you said, she knows you're not going anywhere, then shake something up. Use that reverse Uno card. You're still young enough to date later on if you wanted. Divorce sucks, but you're given an ultimatum of let her do it, or she'll be mad at you for not letting her do it. Screw that. Just my 2 cents. Good luck, brother. My dad was diagnosed with cancer last year. Instead of wanting a hall pass from my mom, his wife of 30 years, he wanted to spend time with family more. Just because she got a diagnosis doesn't excuse this. If she is asking for a hall pass, I would expel her and move on from my life. She is gaslighting you by saying she is disappointed. If she is speaking this into fruition, she will do it. She just gave you a heads up. I'm sorry. It is the gaslighting and terminology that is bothering me the most. She is gaslighting you. You love her too much to share her, and she's turning that on you. I'm pretty goddamn feminist, as in I did papers on it in grad school, am an activist, etc. And asking your partner to not sleep with someone else when you're exclusive is as far from toxic masculinity as possible. At your wedding, you vowed to be together through sickness and health. You kept up your end and was with her through sickness. Sounds like she's not keeping up her end when it comes to faithfulness. You're not callous or insecure. Changes to the marriage requires 2 yeses, and if there's 1 no, either that item doesn't happen or you get divorced. Unfortunately, your wife has decided that she wants to be single and is doing this so you will leave, and she won't take the blame of being the one choosing to end the marriage because she gave you a heads up first. That's why her friends are on her side about it. I don't know where her head is, and the bout with cancer is affecting her in ways that I couldn't possibly imagine. I don't think she believes I will leave. Wife's prank went horribly wrong. Now I'm unsure of what to do next. My wife, 32, and I, 33 male, have been running a YouTube channel together for the past 3 years. Our content primarily revolves around pranks and vlogs, attracting a significant viewership ranging from 100K to 500K views per video. When we embarked on this journey, we made a firm agreement, a set of rules, to ensure that our pranks remained within the boundaries of respect and lighthearted fun. These rules specifically excluded pranks involving cheating, death, divorce, and pregnancy. They were meant to protect our relationship and maintain the authenticity of our content. For 3 years, we adhered to this agreement without any issues. Our channel thrived, and we felt proud of the content we were creating. We enjoyed the support of our dedicated fan base and believed we were striking the right balance between entertaining our viewers and preserving the integrity of our relationship. However, everything changed in an instant. One day, I returned home from work earlier than usual, completely unaware of the heartbreaking scene that awaited me. As I entered our home, I was confronted with a sight that shook me to my core. My wife and another man were cuddling on our couch, their intimacy undeniable. Shock and disbelief coursed through my veins as I tried to process what I was witnessing. Caught off guard, my wife and the other man scrambled to their feet, panic etched across their faces. In a desperate attempt to salvage the situation, my wife insisted that the man was just a friend and questioned why I had returned home early. But my instincts told me otherwise, and anger began to swell within me. In a fit of anger, I grabbed a nearby vase and smashed it against the wall, an outward expression of my inner turmoil. I then tried to physically attack the man, but my wife managed to get in between us before I'd done anything to him and revealed that it was all a prank. She presented me with the camera recording, showing that the entire ordeal had been staged for our YouTube channel. To my disbelief, even our friends emerged from a nearby room, cameras in hand, capturing my reaction. My anger transformed into a mixture of relief and frustration as I tried to process the reality of the situation. Feeling deceived and hurt, I stormed out of the house, my wife trailing behind me, begging for an opportunity to explain herself. I couldn't bear the weight of the betrayal, but before I drove off, I confronted my wife once more, reminding her of our agreement to never engage in pranks involving cheating. Her response, filled with hesitation, revealed that she had carried out the prank in an attempt to appease the demands of our viewers and increase our channel's viewership. I drove off and I'm now staying at a hotel. I have blocked my wife and those involved in the prank as they kept spamming me to come back and talk it out. I feel so hurt and betrayed, I'm unsure of what else to do now. I don't feel ready to tell anyone else that wasn't involved about the incident yet, which is why I decided to come here. Anyways, thank you for taking the time to read this. Your partner is supposed to put you and your feelings above everyone else. She put your viewers' desires above your feelings, and that's messed up. I would not forgive that, but I hold grudges. How can you ever trust her again when she violated the one rule there was? There was one rule. I'm not saying divorce, but she has a ton to answer for. How could she knowingly, purposefully do that to you, to put you through that pain? If it takes you a week to be ready to talk to someone, that's fine. Focus on you first. Don't make permanent decisions based on temporary feelings. But you are right to feel betrayed. Yeah, it's couples counseling time. There's stuff to work through here. What if the vase hit the guy? What if he attacked him out of anger? Also, if the video was put on the internet, he would have been the cheated on guy for the rest of his life, while she is the girl who pranked her husband and got the good video to make fun of it. Laughing with or laughing about your spouse are very different. They are beyond repairs. Yeah, that's rough, buddy. Prank or not, because of your agreement, you experienced all of the pain as if it were real. Actually, due to the trust you had in her, you knew for sure that it was real. Dude's lucky he did not get knocked out. Why is attacking the other man always the expected response? I was visiting family out of state for the summer, met a nice girl at the beach, spent some quality time with her. One night she's at the house, and I get a knock at the door. It's two guys. They ask if she's there. I say yes and send her to the door. One guy stays by the door while she goes off and talks to the other guy. Guy who stays starts asking me questions. Turns out they were visiting a friend in my neighborhood and saw her car in my driveway. Turns out, other guy is her long-term boyfriend. I had absolutely no clue. The other party may not know. The guilty party absolutely knows. If you have no clue, then yeah, you don't deserve to be attacked. But if you're in someone else's house where there are photos and whatnot, then you should be able to piece together that she is cheating in some way. And if you choose to engage, you run the risk of getting smacked or worse. Maybe it's because I've been cheated on, but I feel that people who mess with people who they know are in a relationship deserve to get a whoop-in. Agreed. I've been cheated on multiple times. One time the other woman didn't know. He had told her we had broken up. She was just as hurt as I was, so I didn't feel any anger towards her, only empathy. Another time the other woman was someone who used to hang out with us from time to time. She wasn't a close friend, but still someone I liked hanging out with. When I found out, I felt betrayed by both my partner and the woman. My boyfriend took the biggest hit, of course, but the woman got chewed out as well for her involvement and lies. My 22 male girlfriend, 22 female, cheated on me with my sister, 24 female. I am writing this while shaking and with tears in my eyes. My girlfriend of 3 years, who I thought was the love of my life, is cheating on me with my sister. I always had my suspicions that my sister likes girls, but I was never sure. However, if we were going out and she knew my girlfriend will be there, she'd change her whole outfit and put on more makeup. But I didn't really think much of it. My girlfriend, however, she always told me that she's straight and she doesn't see no one else but me. She always told me that I'm the love of her life, and I really thought this girl was my soulmate. Yesterday, I was at my girlfriend's house, and her mother called her, so she left me alone in her room for a bit, and she kept her laptop open. I saw an Instagram page, and she got a notification for my sister, so I got a little curious. And when I checked the message, I almost threw up. It was a very dirty message. So I started shaking and continued reading the chat. And there she is, the love of my life and my sister sending each other porn clips about what they want to do to each other. They also had explicit pictures and videos of each other, and I saw humiliating and heartbreaking jokes about me. When my girlfriend came back to the room, I left the messages tab between her and my sister open to let her know I know what she did. She got crazy and started yelling at me, calling me a creep for reading her messages. I get that it's wrong to read her messages, but this was my sister. I really can't believe that any of them did this to me. I was always so close with my sister, and my relationship with my girlfriend was perfect. I am devastated, and I don't know what to do. I don't want to lose any of them, but this is too heartbreaking, and I can never forgive them. I am so lost. Oh, the freaking irony when a cheater claims that snooping in someone's private affairs is even worse. Should either of you ever bring this up again, you could say you were just going to look something up / check your email, and that you opened the message box / tab out of habit when it popped up. That you wanted to immediately close it again until the contents caught your eye, and the rest is history. Also, them talking trash behind your back makes all of this extra inexcusable. Have you confronted your sister yet? My sister has been trying to call me, and she sent me messages like, "This is all just a big misunderstanding." I literally saw a video of her going down on my girlfriend. I don't understand how could this be a misunderstanding. I don't think I can confront her, so I will just block her and never speak to her again. Damn dude, I'm so sorry. I guess at some point your sister will come knocking, or you'll meet one another at your parents' house or at a family event. Then you can either privately or publicly ask her how eating out your girlfriend can be construed as a misunderstanding. I was in a long-distance relationship once with someone who'd ghost me for the stupidest reasons, if any reason at all. Once I got back in touch with her through someone else, and I'd also get comments like, "How dare you lure me in like that because you're understandably hurt. But I just need the time and place to figure all of this out, and only get back to you when it's convenient for me." Your sister is an a-hole, and your ex is a complete narcissist, like my ex was, and probably still is.